The spate of abductions, killings and terrorism in Nigeria has become a nightmare for many. From the north, through the east to the south, the upheaval keeps spreading. Millions of Nigerians in diaspora have seen this as a major reason to disconnect from the country of their origin. But Gboyega Ajibade, a practicing lawyer based in London, is not disturbed by the negative stories, but ready to make a difference by asking one of his children to come and mingle with other students in Nigeria. Having received a message from the family based in the United Kingdom, requesting that I follow up on their daughter who has just discovered her talent in singing during her vacation in Lagos, I set out to Ipaja area of the state. This is the house where the teenager stayed with her maternal grandmother for the period. She was enrolled for a term in a school in Lagos. Shikemi Gabriela Ajibade was born in Dublin, Republic of Ireland, but she is now a British citizen. She is on vacation as a Year 10 student of a college in London and heeded the advice of her parents to come and spend some time in another school in Lagos. Shikemi, who has practically lived her life outside Nigeria, sees this visit as an eye-opener, one that would make her a better person. She now understands what many parents go through in Nigeria to be able to give their children quality education.
It's made me see that there's actually two sides to the world. Not everything, you can't really get things as easy. In Nigeria, you really have to work hard. I'm starting to notice that you have to work very hard to even be able to put food on your table for your family. It's not as easy as it is in London. And then with the education as well, us children are the future. So if while we're in school, we're not having things that we need to help our education, to better our education, how would we be able to have good futures?
She never knew the skills she would acquire in Lagos will make her self-reliant even in the UK. Since Shikemi took good advantage of her stay in Lagos, things changed about her. She can now write songs and sing.
I love going to church. I love being in the choir. I love gospel music as well.
The title of the song is Our God, and she sees it as a way of appreciating God in her life.
The meaning behind that song is how great God has been in my life and other people's lives as well. And I know that if you're close to God, He can really show you things that you would have never thought that can happen to you. As you're close to God, I feel blessings can come your way. Our God is good, He is wonderful, He is good, He is marvelous, He is good, He's amazing, and He does so much for us.
Shikemi has also learned some vocational skills.
So now I'm going to do my grandma's makeup.
I requested to see her demonstrate the skills, and one person ready to offer herself as a specimen is Shikemi's grandmother, Mrs. Mercy Idowu Adebowale, a retired educationist.
Now I'm starting off by cleansing her face.
I watched as the session took close to 1 hour before she could transform Mama's face. By tying gele and doing makeup for one person in the UK, Shikemi would be realizing about £110, which is around 56,000 naira.
Gele is around 10 to 15 pounds. Makeup depends on if there's home service or if you're coming to my place. So if you're coming to see me, that would be around £50. But if I have to go and see them, that can go to 100.
14-year-old Shikemi Ajibade, having had to come to Nigeria to discover her talent, may just be a kind of encouragement for most Nigerians in diaspora not to totally give up on the country and to believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Good parenting is...
I engaged her grandmother on the impact of these skills acquired by Shikemi.
She has stayed for just about 3 months, and she is able to achieve all that. She can tie gele, you can see me now. She makes makeup, and that's a kudos for her.
Mrs. Adebowale was quick to talk about the social decay caused by the lack of moral values. She appeals to parents to ensure their children are allowed to understand their indigenous languages.
Good parenting is bringing your children to your own home place, so they will come and see things for themselves. I'm sure Shikemi has enjoyed her few months stay in this place. Arako Timogu, ọmọ Banta, ọmọ Gbogbondu.
As Shikemi, an indigene of Ijebu in Ogun State, listens to her grandmother reciting her panegyric, her facial expression shows that she is lost in the deep use of Yoruba words.
Shikemi, you're lost.
Very, very confused.
The teenager lent her voice to the plight of the girl child in Nigeria. She believes more opportunity should be created for them to thrive. She also wants the government to do more for the education sector.
I feel like boys are mostly laid back, like parents let them off and certain things. Like it's normally the girls that have to be in the kitchen, it's normally the girls that have to be cleaning the household. It's mostly the girls because, as they say, in the future, they will one day become a wife and a mother. So they have to stay at home and do all the house chores while the boys go and work. Which seems unfair to me because I feel like in London, it's not like a bad thing that you're learning house chores, cleaning, cooking. I feel like that's a good thing to know. But I feel like everybody should be able to do that. That's just normal life skills to know how to do, survival skills.
Having spent some quality time understanding Shikemi at home, I decided to visit her school. But nobody was on hand to welcome me as more time was already spent at home. From there, we drove straight to where Miss Ajibade was enrolled to acquire the vocational skills she now brags with. Mrs. Yetunde Enato was waiting to receive us. She explained to me how Shikemi devoted her time towards learning the craft.
The first time she came, I think she's very interested. She's interested in the work. I think what I can see, and it's not difficult for me at all. She has learned different looks. She has learned a bridal look, a traditional look, a smoking. She has learned a lot. Even she knows how to tie gele very well.
To her, the idea of sending Shikemi to the country to learn and relate with her peers in Nigeria is commendable, though risky as the percentage of families that could do this is far below average.
The country is not that bad like that. It's not. I don't think it's that bad the way people all out there are painting it. But just that, I just want to tell them they should put their mind at rest that nothing, the way they are painting Nigeria is not like that.
At a time that Shikemi was ready to return to London, there was an outpour of emotions among her new friends in Nigeria. Some could not hold back their tears. The emotional outburst shows that they had truly found a friend indeed in Shikemi. It is obvious they will miss her.
I'm going to miss Shikemi because she's friendly and the way she interacts with people and she does not keep malice.
I went to Federal Polytechnic in Karanamuda and I was the best student there.
This is Shikemi's father, Mr. Gboyega Ajibade, who has been out of Nigeria for more than 20 years, gave an insight into what motivated him to send Shikemi to Nigeria on vacation.
The essence of sending Oluwashikemi Gabriela to Nigeria is that I wanted Oluwashikemi to learn our culture, to make friends, local friends, to learn our tradition, to enjoy what it takes to be a Nigerian. So I sent her. She lived with her grandmother, my mother-in-law, and she attended local school, not far from, private school though, but not far from where our grandmother, lives. So for me, what Gabriela came to Nigeria to learn, culture, tradition, language, our food, and it was wonderful.
It's called Kolese.
And who made it?
It's Shikemi. Aderonke made it. Shikemi is quite a bright girl, very clever. She is she yields to correction every time, and she catches up quickly whenever you teach her anything. Like she likes to be simple with even those that she does not know, because some people will think because she comes from London and she's a citizen of London, she would not want to mix with the blacks that she sees there. But no, when you come near her, you see that she's very loving and lively and cheerful with her mates.
With an estimation of about 17 million Nigerians in diaspora, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission is to provide engagement for Nigerians in diaspora on policy making for socio-economic and cultural development of the country. And Abike Dabiri Erewa has been in the forefront of championing this objective as the chairman of the commission. I visited her in Abuja to know what she feels about Shikemi's story, and she sounds excited about the development.
What Shikemi's parents did is the smartest thing for any parent to have done, and it should be encouraged. In fact, some parents are doing that. A lot of them have their kids born abroad, but they find time, they send them back after a certain age to get acquainted with their country, know their playmate here, have some form of knowledge about their culture. Some even just say, go and do your secondary school in Nigeria. And some do what Shikemi's dad did, go and spend some time at home. And I tell you something, all of them, at least that I know, come back with stories like Shikemi's.
Mrs. Dabiri Erewa haven't commended the idea of sending Shikemi to come to Nigeria to learn more about her country. She pointed out the effort by the commission to see that Nigerians in diaspora visit home regularly.
I even think we should go further and have programs. Maybe a 2-month program for those who want to send their children home, have like a holiday camp. Some parents have been talking about it, and I told them that we're game. If they're ready, we can work with them. So some are saying, your children can come for 2-3 months, have a fair, exhibition, cultural shows, get to know learn the languages and all that. And for the younger generation of Nigerians in the diaspora, we have a program called the Home Strings Program, where we want them attached to their home strings. And so it's a program we're developing, and we like to work with people like Shikemi and all that, because this is home.
Mr. Ajibade wants Nigerians in the diaspora to change their perspective about the country. he says they have a lot to contribute to the growth of Nigeria.
If Nigerians in diaspora, if they refuse to come back home, who are the people that will develop, improve Nigeria? Who are the people that will make Nigeria great? Of course, the local people too, they are not relaxing. They are also improving themselves. But I can assure you that Nigerians in diaspora, they have a lot to contribute to the development of the country, to make Nigeria better, to make Nigeria great. Now, for instance, if our leaders, many of them, they schooled abroad, they lived abroad, if they didn't come back, the role that they've played in developing this country, how would they have played this role? The like of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he didn't come back, the contribution he has made in Lagos, how would he have done that? And many great leaders that we have in Nigeria, if they didn't come back, how will they have contributed their, contribution to develop Nigeria? So it is important that Nigerians in diaspora should have the mindset that they want to come back to this country, they want to play their own part and make Nigeria great.
The chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission believes the knowledge and experience acquired will make Shikemi a better person in the UK.
She's going back to make more money because for her to come and learn all this thing about tying gele and makeup, look, you need to know how much they charge abroad for all those things. So I hope other parents will learn from what Shikemi's dad has done. From time to time, let your kids come home. We're not saying pack your bags and come home. We're saying let's have a relationship. It doesn't matter where you are. So I'm proud of Shikemi. I look forward to meeting her. And I look forward to going to London and have her do my makeup for me when I'm there. So Shikemi, if you're listening to me, I'm coming to you for my makeup and gele when I'm in the UK. But don't charge me. Shikemi, what are you making?
I'm making stew.
Shikemi's father testifies to the fact that his daughter has become a better person on her return to London, as she can now make extra income for herself.
She became more focused in her education. And of course, she started making extra income from friends and family with the, vocation she learned in Nigeria. She learned how to do makeup, so she makes money from her mom, family members, friends, because she would do makeup for them, and then she'll make some money, And of course, she became one of the best last year, when she arrived in year 10, she became one of the best. As a matter of fact, she became the very best in health science.
It is obvious that there is unrest in some part of Nigeria, but one message as encapsulated in this discovery of 14-year-old Shikemi Gabriela Ajibade is that home will always be home. Shikemi's parents have been able to show to the world that treasure can still be extracted from a land so bedeviled by turbulence.
We should also not paint Nigeria bad. We should know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. We shouldn't just lose hope that Nigeria cannot be better. We should continue to remain positive. We should be positive-minded that yes, this country is our country. We don't have any other country to call our own. Even if you travel abroad, go anywhere, get their citizenship, it's still not really your country. Your country, Nigeria, is your country.
Nigeria is actually a good place if you make it a good place. If you have the idea that Nigeria is a bad place, that's when you see bad things. But if you look on the other side, there's a lot of good things that in Nigeria, and there's a lot of things that you can actually help your child to accomplish. And I'm very grateful that my dad was able to let me have an experience in Nigeria.
No denying the fact that more Nigerians in diaspora will be interested in sending their children home if the government should work harder in making the country safe for homecoming.